Among the many sources of power that exist within the One Piece world, Haki and Devil Fruits are known to be two of the biggest. Devil Fruits were introduced to us quite early into the series, with Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Mi debuting in the very first chapter of the story. Since then, these mystical fruits have been explored quite a lot, and currently, Devil Fruit users are incredibly common in the series. At the same time, Eiichiro Oda introduced another power system in the story, which he went into great depth around the time skip of the story, called Haki. This power is considered to be essential for anyone hoping to conquer the new world and has, thus, become increasingly important. While both Haki and Devil Fruits are incredible in their own ways, there are strengths and limitations to both. But which of the two gives users the biggest advantage? Well, let's first talk about the advantages and disadvantages of Devil Fruits. Devil Fruits are an incredible source of power, and once eaten, they grant one of three major types of power to the user. A zone type of Devil Fruit allows the user to transform themselves into an animal, or a hybrid of a human and animal at will. Logia, considered to be the strongest class of all Devil Fruits, allows the user to create, manipulate, and become an element or a force of nature itself. The ability to produce something, along with all the other miscellaneous powers, fit in the Paramesha class. Evidently, Devil Fruits offer great advantages, depending on which power one attains. For instance, the Gura Gura no Mi allows the user to produce quakes that can destroy the entire world, which just goes to show that it is an overpowered ability. And just like the Gura Gura no Mi, there are quite a lot of overpowered fruits out there with powers that can even pose the strongest of Haki users great trouble. On the other hand, Devil Fruit users also have two glaring weaknesses, the Sea and Sea Stone. When a significant portion of a Devil Fruit user's body is submerged in water, they cannot use their Devil Fruit ability at all, and are simply way too weak to even move. Sea Stone, which is a mineral originating in Wano, is also quite a big weakness as it emits the same wavelength as the ocean, meaning any Devil Fruit power stands no chance against it. Now, let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of Haki. When compared to Devil Fruits, Haki is a completely different power system as it exists within everyone in the One Piece world. It is a spiritual power that only a few people manage to tap into. However, once awakened, Haki is quite useful as it allows the user to manifest their spiritual power in several ways. Usually, Haki can be divided into two types, the color of observation Haki, and the color of arms Haki. The color of observation Haki grants a sixth sense to a user, and allows them to predict things such as movements quite easily. It also grants the ability to feel emotions, sense danger, or even gauge power levels quite easily. Observation Haki is an incredibly useful power in combat. In comparison, the color of armament Haki allows the user to manifest their spirit as an invisible armor and use it to attack and defend. The biggest advantage of the color of armament Haki is that it allows the user to bypass any Devil Fruit protection, allowing the user to make contact with their real bodies and damage them. When hit with Haki, even a rubber man such as Luffy feels pain with blunt attacks, which supposedly shouldn't work on him. At the same time, the likes of the Logia are vulnerable to its power as well. A third type of Haki called the color of the Supreme King, or Conqueror's Haki, allows the super to impose their willpower on others and dominate those with weaker wills. However, this power is present only in 1 in a million people, meaning not everyone will have it. On the other hand, the other two types of Haki have their own weaknesses as well. In combat, observation Haki can be easily bypassed with enough speed, as seen when Luffy was able to outspeed the movements of Boa Sandersonia, or even Enel, despite them using observation Haki. Similarly, while armament Haki offers great defense, it can be broken through and overpowered with sheer force itself. When Luffy fought Marigold, even her advanced usage of armament Haki, called Yuo, was not enough to guard against Luffy's incredible force. Katakuri, whose Haki was much superior to Luffy's, wasn't able to withstand the sheer force of Gear 4th, despite it using weaker Haki. It is unconfirmed if Sea Stone affects the ability to use Haki or not. However, Luffy couldn't make use of his Haki in Udon Prison despite wearing weakened Sea Stone cuffs. At the end, let's talk about Devil Fruits versus Haki. Which power is better? Both Devil Fruits and Haki are incredible sources of power in the One Piece world, and they're both capable of taking someone to the top. The likes of Shanks and even Gol D attain tremendous strength, without even having a Devil Fruit power at their disposal. This quite clearly implies that Devil Fruits are not needed for one to be among the strongest. At the same time, however, the likes of Blackbeard have reached the pinnacle of strength using Devil Fruits mainly. Whitebeard's Devil Fruit was considered strong enough to be able to destroy the entire world, which is something that ancient weapons are usually known to be able to do. This puts into perspective what great power these fruits hold as well. In essence, one can't go wrong with either of the two powers in One Piece. However, with devil fruits, there are weaknesses that people simply can't control, such as the sea, which don't affect Haki users. Devil fruits would also require one to get lucky to attain great power. Attaining a rather underwhelming power is just as possible. However, in the case of Haki, this isn't possible as the ability grows stronger the more the user trains, and puts themselves in dangerous situations that bring the best out of their abilities. However, Haki does run out the more the user strains themselves, and is an ability that weakens during a fight. While some devil fruits are affected by this phenomenon, most don't have an effect on stamina at all. To put things simply, devil fruits are high risk high reward, meaning one can attain tremendous power without even lifting a finger and instantly become strong by using them. On the other hand, Haki is an ability that is more stable, and takes quite a lot of practice to master. There is no better power between the two. However, depending on what the user prefers in battle, one can certainly be preferred over the other. Well, that's all for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I also asked you to subscribe to help us. It will also help us to grow more, and if you like, please subscribe.